I missed this. I missed this so much. I mean, I know we limped through it through. Someone's here already. Oh my gosh. I know we limped through it during baseball season, but it was, which I was very pleased about, but it was more like earlier in the day, and it wasn't the, I just love the Sunday evening, like, just make Sunday evening last as long as you can, because Monday's coming, and logging on to my own live stream here so I can see all your wonderful faces, so to speak. There it is, and Tucker Caddy is the first, and there's 6 people here. I was thinking about, I'm going to make a more concise video. How is everyone doing? Ben, what's up? Jack, Happy's Funhouse. I've missed you too. Nick's done surfing. Chrissy Crichton's male counterpart is in the house. Luke, hello sir, how are you? Kale here. Kale, hello Kale. And Damien, I don't think I've ever said hello to you. Damien, have I? I love recognizing the names. I feel like I know you guys. Waves were bombing. That is good to hear. I rode my bike today. Fernando, what's up? Sime, how are you, Sime? Aaron, Luke again. Fagish, that's one of the funnier names I've ever seen. I have my my seltzer water here. Blackberry tangerine from Wegmans. Lance, how are you? It's going great. I had a great, I mean, as much as I missed the attention I was able to put on my channel, on you guys, right? I had, have you not blown up yet? I have, Luke, you're here. This is it, we've blown up. Shane, I'm glad you like the ukulele tutorial. Shane, Philly Josh is in the house. I am surprised, I have this thought and then I never say it. I'm so surprised that you guys all know where I live, which is, you know, Philadelphia-ish. Why haven't I've only gone golfing with David Croce, I'm getting my main characters mixed up here. With David Nutter, hung out with Nick Croce, obviously. These are all people I've met through YouTube. And Brian in Boston is the only other person I've golfed with. So open invitation to anyone who wants to golf or play catch and lives kind of in Philly-ish. Let's do it. Okay, I really like my morning jacket. Bring the uke. I'll bring the uke down later. Don't let me forget. In fact, I'll make a note. Do I have it down here? I'm not really sure. Oh, thanks, Joe. Joe Sue. We just talked for the first time. Play Freebird. Be quiet. Oh, I'm glad you liked it, Jamie. I'm super glad you liked it. Some of those, some requests are there for so long. I feel so bad. And I walk around the house, ask Ruthie, greetings from California. Where in California, Sam? Of course, you know I spent 15 years in the Bay Area, in the East Bay Area. I would love that, Happy. Yes, please. Please do. I'm not from Philly. I've lived here for a year and a couple of months, and that's about my affiliation, with a PH, of course, with Philadelphia, and that's it. Man, I was gonna... It's I gotta get everybody. Days of the New. Really? See, I have. I'll play catch, no go. Oh, all right, Nick. Okay? That's on. Nick, your thing. We'll play catch and then we'll golf and surf in one day and jam. It'll be the most epic day ever. I don't know anything about Days of the New, but I feel like a couple of you have bugged me to do them, and I'd like to. Oh my God, Riley, you're getting paid to give guitar lessons now. I have to catch up. That's amazing. Riley, that is the very best way to learn. When I started teaching at Red House, no one did. I'll tell you that story in a minute. I knew nothing. I knew absolutely nothing. And I learned everything I learned by teaching. I didn't know nothing, but I knew very, very little. Certainly didn't know what I was doing. So Riley, good for you. How much are you charging per lesson? Riley, I must know. That's Rippin' Lips, everybody. And my student from California. We had a great time. I only wish it was longer. Ben, I haven't done Crop Duster yet. I love Crop Duster, and I don't know how to play it right now. But one of the things I love about Crop Duster the most is what Stone does when he goes bah, bah, right? Just kind of what he does with his body. I love that. Boom, boom, and it's just 2, 3, 4, 1. Na, 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 na. Okay, making my way down, but I will do Crop Duster. It's one of my favorite Pearl. It's one of my. It's in the group that's not my one favorite in hiding, but the next 100, which are all tied. Okay. Happy's gonna beat me despite that. That might be an advantage, Happy, having never played golf. Where is Freebird? Give me a break. Temecula and SoCal. When I visit my friend Kelly, I go to wherever she is. In SoCal. Near San Diego. Can't think of it. Watching from Ireland, Shane. Happy Sunday evening. Oh, honey, what? I have no idea, Kale, what Ed will play. Keep Jack. Would my family turn down the TV just a little bit? Thank you very much. I hope that sounded polite. I meant it in a loving way. No idea what Ed would play. I keep I want him to play my version of my ukulele version of Better Man. That's what I want him to play. Maybe someday we'll get that satisfaction. I love Jack Irons. He is, don't tell anyone, my favorite Pearl Jam drummer. Mexico City, Alex. Amazing. Sorry, Josh, to distract you. I haven't heard the new Tool song. Christie's male significant other counterpart. Oh, that's amazing, James. Let us know how it goes. Audition for the Pearl Jam tribute band here in the UK. First of all, what's your name? And second of all, I hope you have a really good time doing that. I was in a Pearl Jam tribute band, as some of you might know. I don't really talk about it a lot. It was actually, now I'm getting so behind in the comments, but it was super magical because I worked at this place called Red House. Where I taught, right? And it just sort of happened that all of the instructors, Jeff was Mike McCready and Vince was Stone, and the drummer teacher Max, they were all teachers there. Max, amazing. He's like actually a popular musician now. His name's Max McVitie. He plays a different kind of. Anyways, and Dom on bass, who you can hear on many of the Levers tracks, and all of their projects just sort of fizzled out at once, and I kind of went, anybody want to play Pearl Jam music? And they were like, yeah, we're not doing anything else. It sounds great. And at the time, it was the best band I'd ever played with, a group of music teachers, and we had so much fun. And then one day I thought to myself, you know what? I'll bet Pearl Jam would want me to focus on my music. So we stopped, and that was fine, you know. They all got their other things going. Vince's band is called Muncie. Look them up. They're incredible. Let's see. Word up, Request Baron. I've not done Crop Duster. Now we're at... oh, and Brian's here. I just mentioned him, and there he is. Grace Addy is the other person with whom I've golfed. Brian in Boston. That was a good time. My favorite was the par after duffing the drive and hitting a 250-yard 3-wood to the green and making the putt. That was the best memory from that one. And the time, of course. Can't figure out the verse to what? Oh, to Crop Duster. Obviously, we'll get there. I love that. Riley, you're welcome anytime. In Philly, of course. In this guitar, I really love this guitar. This is the roughly 03-ish Schecter PT, you know, like Pete Townsend and like Eddie. And I went so far as to replace the neck so it would look more like Eddie's. Replace the pickups, replace the tuners, and put something equivalent to Gibson's burst buckers in there. They are off of a. They might even be burst buckers. I'm not a super duper pickup knower dude. SDPKD. I'm not an SBT. Whatever. But yeah, out of a Les Paul of some sort. I love this guitar. It has the best harmonics when you play certain things. You can hear it. I love this chord as well. It's an E minor. You can hear it. And I made a whole song out of this, which is the next song I'm working on to release. You met Jack Irons in '98. I love Jack Irons. That was Jack Irons' heyday, too. I'm sure every day is Jack Irons' heyday. I haven't even played anything yet. Luke, I've done a bunch of tutorials on Into the Wild, a bunch being probably somewhere between 3 and 6. I'm not quite sure. But, you know, if you search I don't think I made a playlist about it. It'll probably be in the Eddie Vedder tutorials, or just, how many tracks are there? 11? Search my name and the 11 tracks, and you'll find I think it's got to be at least 4 to 6 that I've done. And obviously plan to do all of it. My favorite Silverchair song. I mean, I hate to be super, what everybody else likes about Silverchair, but I do like Anna's song. I love the key of E. I love the key change in there and the way they just willy-nilly sort of switch keys without much warning at all, or real like Smooth Method, they just do it. My man from Brian addressed that already. Frodo Baggins, hello. Ben, oh yeah, yes. My favorite drummer, Jack Irons. Said it. That's right, Brian. Professional par. Jack Irons just seems like just so incredibly chill. Like he couldn't be rattled no matter what. Yeah, Nick Croce is my favorite drummer, but second, Jack Irons, and then Matt Cameron. And the reason why I like Jack Irons personally, I mean, I'm not saying I love Pearl Jam better with Jet, but just the one that kind of resonates with me, drummer wise, is because I feel like Jack Irons is less exacting, which is a good trait, right? To be exacting. I feel like he feels it more, maybe, and just in the way that I interpret it, that could have nothing to do with anything. What's up, David Goldman? How are you? Jack Lovell, you may hear, and if it seems like a great idea to suggest the video that you're going to suggest seems like a great idea, I would love to sort of at least tackle it in a sort of, just put our fingers in the pie sort of way, and if I fizzle out, I'll fizzle out. But if you want me to write it down on the list, then leave the comment on any video, and I check the comments every morning. It's like the first thing I do. I get my coffee, I respond to all you lovely folks. So few negative comments among, I'm sure anyone wouldn't be here talking to them. Number 1 is In Hiding, Sean. In Hiding is my favorite Pearl Jam song. I discovered it at a time when I needed it. I'm sure you understand. And I can never listen to that song and not be just zapped back to that time. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. You make me chuckle. Faithful's in the 80 that are also my second favorite, but might be the top-ish of the second favorite list. Dave Grohl is an amazing drummer. However, he only spent, I'm not talking about favorite drummer of all time of any band, Archie, just to be very clear. Dave Grohl, right, as the story goes, and I'm not super in the know about this, but he played one show with Pearl Jam, and they would have liked him to be the drummer. This is my impression. I don't know where I gathered it. I enjoy Dave Abruzzes's drumming. Of course, he is hard-hitting. He is flowy, groovy. Let's see. M. Karras! Oh, yeah, so I was just... Yield is my favorite Sunday driver. Jack, leave that on any video. Leave that comment on any video. So much talking. We're all catching up. I know you really did in the grunge era. The Cure or the Smiths? Okay, I enjoy... Oh, man. Okay, yeah, I'm almost there. Thoughts on Matt Cameron? Well, Matt Cameron knew me as the YouTube guy, so he is my favorite on a personal level speaking Pearl Jam drummer, and he is the nicest man. I feel like he would have given me a half hour. And he was in the midst of running the tribute concert, right? And I didn't feel rushed by him. I interrupted his conversation. I'm like, when else am I gonna? Well, obviously, Matt Cameron and I are gonna be best friends. But at the time, who knows when it would have been? And I just wedged myself in the conversation he was having with the bassist from the Melvins. And thinking back, I am so embarrassed because I didn't even acknowledge the bassist from the Melvins. I feel awful. I should have said thank you for letting me interrupt your conversation. I'm so sorry. Hi, I'm Ryan. I didn't. I was locked on, Matt Cameron, obviously. And he said, "You're the YouTube guy." And I was like, melt. Dig the grunt. How I feel about The Cure or the Smiths. I really enjoy them. I really enjoy them both. I would even love to do videos on their stuff. Not a huge 80s, era, not a huge 80s era music guy, but I really enjoy the vibe of the Smiths a lot. But I couldn't even give you one of their song names, to be totally honest. The Cure, of course, has the unavoidable hits, and I enjoy those to no end. Those are my thoughts on the Cure or the Smiths. But what is it that Modest Mouse's guitar player Johnny Marr? He was in the Smiths, right? Am I wrong? Johnny Marr is incredible. Modest Mouse is on the short list of bands I've seen twice. Sleeping on Yield. Yield is a wonderful, wonderful album. Hi, James. How are you? Sunday Driver. Here, let's look at that. And if we don't, it's hard for me to keep a thought connected here. And more Jack White, obviously. Please leave that on any video, Jack, and I will put it on the list tomorrow. Did I build? Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, Matt Karras, I didn't build it myself. I bought the neck. This is a USA Tele neck, and when you buy them, just as not on a guitar, they don't have the fender. That you can have it stamped in if you want. I decided not to. So yes, I did put this guitar together, but I didn't do it. My friends did. I don't think I've done the whole... Alex, that was unbelievably generous of you. Thank you. You have become a supporter of the cause, and I would like to please add a request of yours to the supporter of the cause list, which is 2 or 3 long right now, so it'll get done within the next few weeks, definitely. Tell us this. It's my favorite story to tell. Chris Katowski, holy crap! Thank you. We're getting over the bridge. Chris, please, from you as well. In fact, we're running a supporter of the cause special today. And Nick Croce gets one. So here we go. We'll add these to the definitely do list. And if you haven't noticed, I alternate them, so it's not like supporter of the cause, supporter of the... Nick Croce, is your request the one you mentioned, and please say it again. We got to say Chris Katowski. It's the supporter of the cause special holidays end of summer sale. And I got Alex Lifson, so I'm going to catch up on the comments here. Oh my goodness gracious. You guys are a lively bunch today. Summer vacation is ending sadly. And I need a sip of water. And you're all raring to go. I spent in Michigan with my uncle and my dad, which is one of my favorite weekends of the year, when we golf at this golf course that's just very difficult, and we all come back feeling very demoralized. But it feels exactly like hanging out with my grandparents. Well, my uncle and my dad would have been there too, but it's minus my grandparents and with my cousin and their kids and our kid, and it's just such a great time. Which brings me to liverwurst sandwiches. I had one today, and I love them because I used to eat liverwurst sandwiches with my grandfather while we played Touring, the card game, which I have. It's an amazing card game from the 1920s, and every bit as fun today. And so, anyone from the Midwest know about Verner's Ginger Ale? It is the best ginger ale, especially when paired with a liverwurst sandwich. And if you don't know about Verner's Ginger Ale, you should get to know it. It's magical. Oh my gosh. Okay, catching up. I don't think I've done the whole 10 album Luke. And I will help you with that goal of yours, which is that'd be a fun video to make. I played the whole 10 album front to back. There's too many different tunings to not break. When are you gonna go my way? I was just thinking about that song today. Lenny Kravitz needs to happen. Favorite guitarist, Stone Gossard, by a wide margin. In fact, I told him so, which is the bit of the Stone anecdote, because there are so many parts to it, and as the time passes, and it's something that happened, not something that is happening, I have. This sounds cheesy, but I've grown in so many ways because that happened, and it's been quite an internal process. The repercussions of such a thing happening, but but the text message sent simply, Ryan, this is Stone Gossard. You're saving my life right now with your Chris Cornell videos. Would you like to come to the concert? That was the text message out of nowhere one day, and I responded something to the effect of, and of course I have these all screenshotted and quadruple backed up. My response was something to the effect of, if this is indeed the real Stone Gossard, then this is clearly the most exciting day of my musical life, because Stone Gossard is my favorite guitar player by a wide margin. If this is a trickster, hardy har har. And then he proved his identity with a lovely selfie, which was a very exciting moment. Whew, such an experience. And it is Stone because of the way that you can just tell by the way that he writes that he doesn't know what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, but he couldn't say, oh, this is a C7 chord with a B flat in the root. He couldn't say that. And so you just can tell where his riffs come from. I haven't played a single song yet. This is amazing. And it's from the discovery listening place, not from the, oh, but this won't work because this and this reason, so let's try this instead place. Both great ways to go about it. I like to do both. Yeah. Yield, last amazing Pearl Jam album. I do love Yield. So much feel. Archie, agree with you on Dave Grohl. I have no. Oh, okay. Well, you just answered my question. From Jane's Addiction, I haven't listened to enough Jane's Addiction to speak to that. I think Jane's Addiction is good. I did one of their songs, right? It's Ocean Size. That was a frustrating video to make. That was so frustrating. Oscar, you're awesome. Alex, I hope I find your. Thank you again. I hope I find your request as I move down here. Uke tutorial for guaranteed. That would be so freaking easy. Can you please, Shane? I'll do it. Ruthie, Ruthie, if you're listening, can I have a ukulele? Have I listened to any of new? Yes, I have listened to some of Soundgarden's new live album. I think it's fantastic, and I've learned a couple of things just not having picked up a guitar then after, but I've heard a couple of things, that I hadn't heard. Upstairs in a case, I believe. Thank you. Very first concert was The Cure. That was incredible. That's incredible. What a first concert. Mine was Pearl Jam. Pittsburgh, PA 2000. Almost my birthday day. And in a way, it was my birthday day. I don't know any Brazilian songs, Frodo. I do recall that you're from Brazil, though. I love Johnny Marr, as I said. Aaron! Have a great... I've been doing this for 23 minutes. I haven't played anything yet. We are doing a lesson. This is my Schecter PT. I have no idea if I'm a tenor or a baritone. Brian, request from you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Ruthie. Request from you, Brian Grace Addy, for the supporter of the cause end of summer sale. Vernors with an Vernors. It tastes like ginger ale and bubblegum somehow. It's amazing. Yes, Matt. Vernors. You and I share so many things in common. I got to meet Matt at the tribute concert. The whole experience was memorable, Ruben. One of my favorites was the text message this long I got from him when I was in the cab on the way to the it was like a book. So my response was also a book, because I had to address all his points, and I giggled and said chapter 2 like halfway through it. That was funny. Eddie was not at the tribute concert, unfortunately. Hi, Hulu covers. It was preaching the end of the... okay, that story is so freaking cool. Right, it's like, as my cousin's husband said, and it's true, it's the kind of thing that doesn't really happen in real life, right? But it did, and I have my badge, my pass, Chris Cornell, and it says friends and family, which was... getting emotional just thinking about it. I smile, but I'm being honest. To prove it, when you wake up from the dream and you... or in the movie when they wake up from the dream and there's like a, a clue that it was real. I have to do the Undone solo. Brian White Rhino, hello, how are you? I think it's Brian. I've tried to remember Brian. I remember Canada. Operator Jim Croce is Brian. Alex, Jesus Christ. That was a lot of money, Alex. Thank you. Okay, I need to address this. You're a beautiful man, Alex. Jesus, thank you. Thank you, Alex. Okay, Alex Lifson says, end of the road tutorial, please. Have you ever heard that Hawaii 78 cover PJ did into the biblical greetings from Mexico City? You beautiful man. What do you do in Mexico City, Alex? I'm just so curious to know. It says, end of the road. I need to screenshot that so I don't have to just get every shift control 3. Yes, okay, good. End of the road. See screenshot. You're too kind to me, all of you, and at this moment especially Alex. I've seen that it's there. I don't know that I've ever listened to it, Hawaii 78, but we will figure it out. I'm assuming Hawaii 78 is the band name and End of the Road is the song. I'll figure it out and you will have it. Number 3, supporter of the cause. Good night in Deutschland, Alex. Thank you so much for that. Woo. Kim is an amazing guitarist. Unbelievable. Hey, Uncle E. Is Alex Lifson? How do you say that? Is he in Rush? Does he live in Mexico, and are you that Alex Lifson? Woof. I've never done Abuse Me by Silverchair. I would like to. My favorite Pearl Jam song is In Hiding. Woo! I keep wanting to do, but as I said, I haven't had a lot of attention being summer, with the 7-year-old and everything, to do I haven't played music yet. To do the, you know what I'll do first? I'll do this first. I'll do the Guaranteed on the E first. I will make it. All of these things I will make videos of eventually, but why not do it now? I never did do the Evolution solo. I was messing around today in a very satisfying fashion with Campfire, do the Evolution, and it's something I've done for a while, but what was I going to say? But I really finalized it today, and it was really fun. So I'm going to make that video for Pearl Jam Wednesday this week. This is not adult beverage. This is sparkling water. Or cans of wine. Anybody who watches It's Always Sunny. Hello in Mexico. Thanks, Ani Ball. You rock too. I recognize your name, I think. Creedy Stomp was hard. That was a hard video to make. That was so hard. Do I play in a band? Yes. And you can hear me on Spotify, Apple Music, on my channel, on the originals. Father Beer, what's up, man? In person, I have a really nice guy named Joe who I really enjoy meeting with, and he drives to my house from somewhere in New Jersey. Well, I've actually been to his house, but he comes to my house mostly. We had a nice time guitar shopping for him one day. So here and there, very infrequently, I really enjoy the Skype lessons. I miss one-on-one lessons. It's such a build-up. Also, that is a really pretty chord. It's a major 7 chord. That's why it's a pretty chord. But not like I used to. What did I post on my page that I've done 30,000 private lessons, and I actually have done that. But I did some math and found it was more closer to 40,000. It was insane what I did. And I share bits of that story every so often, but I feel like someday I'll make a "This is what I did" video, because I feel like there's a lot to learn, for me to learn by sort of, going through it. Song, but check the cover. Okay. So what is the End of the Road, and why don't I just do both of those for you? End of the Road. In fact, I will. And Hawaii 78. Thank you, Alex, for clarifying. if you stream the new Soundgarden concert on or watch it, you'll see me in front of Kim in the pit. That's amazing, Matt. You've had some incredible. Matt Karras, I got to meet in Los Angeles, and he's got a video. You can. I'd love it if you'd share it, Matt, of him playing with Chris Cornell at a benefit thing. It was a great video. Okay, let's make sure this ukulele's in tune. 30 minutes later. You guys are so fun today. God, I miss this. It's fun doing it in the day. It's more fun doing it in the evening. I call 6 o'clock the evening. Guys can eat anything. Guys can eat anything. Oscar. My hair is short now. We went to go get haircuts. It's not short, but we went to go get haircuts today, and Cortland looks amazing, and I just I felt like it was time. So if you look at Guaranteed, it starts out with a thank you, Oscar. Shorter. There you go. It starts out with a G, right? So we're just going to play the open chords. It's a great way to do it. I understand, White Rhino. Please go. Leave me to go spend time with me. I hope you have a good time with him. And then it's B minor. So our G, guitar players on the ukulele, is a D shape. You can pluck it like that if you want. I enjoy the Pixies music most of the time. And then we play B minor, right? Which is bar on 2 and then 4 on your G string. I still have to go, guys can eat anything in my head. So I sympathize with folks learning, for the first time the guitar strings. Or you can just strum it. It's easier for me to Travis pick on the ukulele. As you know, if you've watched any of my Travis picking videos, I cannot stand Travis picking videos. I've done one two-door cinema club with a student a long time ago. Yeah. It was with the private lessons. It's such a build-up, and I solely on word of mouth was how I built my business. And the people of that town were just so wonderful and welcomed me with open arms and sent all of their kids to me. It was so fun. But I had 100 when I decided to put my nose to the grindstone and see, just for fun, see how many weekly students I could have. That number was about 113. It was crazy. I have in my calendar, I saved the day because it was a Sunday some time ago, and I had lessons from 9 to 9 with no break on a Sunday. It was bananas. Or was it 8 to 8? It was 12 hours, anyways. And then G7, which is your D7 shape, so 2 1 2, and then a C, easiest chord on the ukulele, right? C minor is just gonna be, I know this. Yeah. It's B minor, but 1 fret higher. And back to G, and then D. You can sus4, mess around with there, so you get on bended knee is no way to be free. Lifting up on empty cup, I ask silently if all my destinations would accept the one that's me. Why did I think it was C minor? It's not C minor. I just want it to be. It is not. It's just another C. Goodbye, Christie's man. Let's try that again. On bended knee is no way to be free. Lifting up on empty cup, I ask silently if all my destinations could accept the one that's me, so I can breathe. I love how this song is one thing over and over and over and over again. It just has part A, part A, part A, part A, and it just goes on and on. So I don't know the order of them, but I'll do one more. How good is Bugs? I love Bugs. I love Vitology. I'd say I get stuck on Vitology, even though Yield is my favorite album. There's something about Vitology that I'm trying to work through. I can't tell you what that means, but I get stuck on it a lot. Let's see. Circles they grow and they swallow people whole. Half their lives they say, was that it? Who knows? Maybe I'm combining verses. Half their lives they say goodnight to wives they'll never know. Got a mind full of questions and a teacher in my soul. I think I just combined 3 verses. Anyways, but that's it. Anyways, the particular video, since you asked, that brought Stone to my channel, and I feel like, and I didn't ask, and you know, I don't just text Stone Gossard too often. My rule is only if there's a really good reason, and I can't come up with a really good reason, you know. So I haven't in quite some time, because who wants to be that guy? You know, you all have that guy in your life, and you don't want to be that guy. But the video, I feel like Sean Smith must have pointed him in our direction, because Sean was one of our first subscribers, and so even, but I didn't ask, I didn't confirm that fact, or maybe they just both found my channel. Oh, you're welcome, Shane. Great request. Maybe it was just, you know, because my channel is so Pearl Jam focused, obviously, and just the fact that he had so grateful to Chris Cornell for his humongous part in that story, and probably really grateful to Sean Smith for his humongous part in that story. But it was Preaching the End of the World and Can't Change Me and Burden in My Hand, which I don't remember if they ended up playing Burden in My Hand off the top of my head. According to Watch Mojo. Who cares about Watch Mojo? And I was going through recently, today and yesterday, Preaching the End of the World with an even finer tooth comb, and I picked out a couple of things that we could clean up. So I'm gonna walk through that until I don't feel like it anymore, unless there are any objections. Cowboy's here. Very funny, very funny. But we do A. I was right about that. Hello, and then A sus2. Know there's someone, and then F sharp minor regular out there. But the F sharp minor 7 with an E in the bass, in particular, that Chris plays. There's several ways to do it, but the one that he plays definitely is pinky finger off. Leave your bar so that your E string is now open, and then your pinky finger's gonna go to B5, and we have the E, that's the note that makes F sharp minor 7, F sharp minor 7 in the bass now. And the purpose of it is to walk down from F sharp to E to D, or, you know, thinking about it more visually is this. So that's the purpose of the F sharp minor 7, but he adds that extra, so it's a super 7 note, that extra E note there, and you got really pretty. Let me clean this up a little bit so you can hear it better. And turn up the volume a little bit. Here we go. Yeah, that's what it is. And who's feeling D, regular old D. Oh, yes, Alex. Anything you want today. The same, this neat chord A with a C sharp in the bass, and so this riff has walked from F sharp to E to D to C sharp and the B minor 7 flat 5, which what we can learn from this song is anytime you want to punk something up, instead of just that chord would have worked, right? Hello, I know there's someone out there who can understand and who's feeling the same way as me. That would have worked, B minor, me, but he wanted to sing that flat 5th note. And then E, sus4, back to regular E. And that is the verse. Connor O'Toole, snippet of In Hiding. Thanks, Matt. It really, yeah. And I, you know, if that's the last thing that ever happens there, what an experience. But I feel like, as we've been doing this for 3 years, oh, why would it flag Philly Josh's? He is always family friendly. If that, we're just 3 years into this little experiment here, and I feel like it's maybe not the last. You know, whatever it is, who knows? Who knows? Picks with the turtles on them. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I'm using a pick with a turtle on it, but not because I love turtles, just because I like these picks. Unrelated. Correlated, but not causal. Hey, Al's here. That's amazing, Al. Very funny. I learned alive that way from the which I haven't done that video yet. From the Unplugged when I was like 13. That was a microcosm of things to come. Philly Josh, great to see you. Have a great evening. Nutshell. Oh, amazing, Philly. Thanks for posting that, Philly Josh. Go check that out on his channel. I know very little about Jeff Buckley. All right, so In Hiding, right? Let's see how much I remember. And I have made, Alex, a video on In Hiding that is very correct. I'm finding more videos that I did a long time ago that I need to go back and redo, which is fine. You know, we all learn, including me. All right, In Hiding is your F-shaped A. And I did it recently, what, a month and a half ago or something? Add your sus4 onto your F shape, and then we're going to switch to, I believe, just G and B. 7, 8. Then B becomes 5. And then up to 7. Now I gotta be totally honest with you. I don't remember the specifics of the rest of it. But then all right. I don't remember. Good thing there's a video. And then what's next? Doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, I liked that part. I love how that's a part. Just a bunch of, like, a single note line. I use, on my electric, I really like... I'm glad you're pleased, Alex. I really like GHS boomers. I think I read, like, you know, back in 2000 or something that Eddie used GHS boomers at that time. And I do legitimately feel like they boom if you put a bunch of strings side by side. I actually like the tone. It's not just because Pearl Jam used them, but that, or maybe they didn't. Maybe that's like an implanted thought that as time goes on, you realize how much you just kind of confabulate, right? We just make stuff up to bridge gaps. So, Kurt Manigan sets, if you... Really? Interesting, Al. Thank you for the tip. But on my acoustic, I love the ones with the nano web on them. Elixirs, and I love them both for the way they feel and the way they sound, and I don't like the way the phosphor bronze ones sound. I like the 80-20 bronze on the on Elizabeth, anyways. But on the old brown guitar, I don't think Elixirs was the thing for that, so I got a set of Martin 80-20 bronze strings, and my gut was correct. It was a good sound. Elixir strings break so easy, the electric ones, and they're so expensive. You know, you don't break acoustic strings as often as you do electric ones. That I tried it once, and I'm never gonna do that again. And they're almost like too slippery for what you do for me on an electric guitar versus on an acoustic guitar, which you're not really wiggling and bending so much there. But They legitimately are worth the money because they last a lot longer tonally than non-elixir strings. This is our advertisement for this is the for purple sparkling water. Drink purple sparkling water. Mahusiv Loudon Osir, where is he? Yeah, I don't have him, Martin. It's certainly on my list. While we're talking about string, thank you, Al, for chiming in. All right, continuing along. So then, the off your E, right? I'm 24 and I'm a #1 Pearl Jam fan. That's why. Stop not doing that. Now I'm having like a conversation. I assume people were there for the previous part, but stopping the Pearl Jam tribute band, which you can find videos of us on YouTube. We were called Riot Act. What was I saying? I felt like I would be a bigger Pearl Jam fan if I did my own music. So yeah, along those lines. So always trying to up the ante for myself about being the best Pearl Jam fan I can be and what that means. I'm 24 and I've got everything to live for, but I know now that it wasn't meant to be. Okay, now when we get to the E minor 7, remove your pointer and your ring finger, and then we got the super 7 going here on the B string 3rd fret. Cause all has been lost to the E7. That note doesn't change from minor 7 to 7. Cause all has been lost and... Now we're going to play A7 suspended for, I believe it's 7. All has been won. Whoops. All has been won. And then D, nothing left for us to, and then D minor, followed by the walk. And then here's where it gets something I can't personally do. A, followed by E, with a G sharp in the bass. So make your E chord, and then put that little hammer on, sounded like Led Zeppelin. I love that. That is so freaking fun. It's just turning it from an E minor to an E major, right? But it just sounds so... See if you can put a... But the chord after A... Cause all has been lost and all has been won, and there's nothing left for us to say. Right, to D minor, and then the walk. A... E with a G sharp in the bass, which is, I can do it on the electric, I can't do it on the acoustic, which is what you play this song on, right? So I just play A with a G sharp, all the way to F sharp minor to our F sharp minor 7 that I already described. And if you find out D minor, you've been feeling just the... Forget what this chord is called, but it is the same shape as the B minor 7 flat 5, which was 2-3-2-3. Confusing looking at first, but if you do it a couple of times, you'll find that your fingers go there quite nicely, because it's making a D shape and then adding a pinky. Anyways, find out that you're feeling just the same. E sus 4 to E, coming now it's B minor. Such a lovely little walk here. Because recall there was that thing that should have been a B minor earlier, but it wasn't. It was a B minor 7 flat 5. Actually, sounds confusing, but really isn't. B minor 7, right? Flat the 5th, which is that D string note, so it goes from 2-4 to 3 to 2-3-2-3. Minor 7, flat 5 is all that means. Whatever. If you find out you've been feeling just the same, call me now, it's alright. Regular old B minor. It's just the end of the world is F sharp minor. I'm not going to try to hit that note right now. We'll walk down. You need a... I don't remember. I've been working on this song. Oh yeah, friend in the world, 'cause you can't hide. So call and I'll get. I think I'm lost now. Anyways, I've made a lot of progress in my head on that one, and I've got it all figured out, but I can't can't remember. You can't. You get so lost. In that one, there's just so many chords. Feel like I'm the only guy who watches the Weezer tutorials and no one else. No pun intended. Funny. Does. Well, you're the only guy who teaches the Blue Album gems like sir. Well, yeah, you know, like, I feel like I need to do... Thank you, Archie, by the way, for watching those videos. I feel like I need to maybe more often, like I owe it to me and I owe it to you. Thank you for watching them too, Al. Owe it to both of us, me and you, and the health of our channel to more often do like a no-brainer hit song. You know what I mean? But I just love doing the ones that no one else has done, and there's two reasons why no one else has done them. One, because no one, relatively speaking, cares. I know that's not true. I know every song has someone that just burns to know it, and that's why I do, you know, Mandinka for the finger guy. It was a fun interaction with that guy, Scott, I think his name was. But I should do Creep by you know, when you were here before. I should do that song because it's just gonna get a bunch of views, even though other people have done it too. And on that topic, thank you for watching the songs that I do that other people have done too. But I think that'll be a good step. Not too often, just once every 2 weeks, an obvious hit, you know. And I think some of you have voiced your support in that strategy as well. Not that I'm not unbelievably pleased with the way things are going here at our channel. My first 1 million views took 30 months. My second 1 million views took 7 months and a week or something. So that's amazing. My first 1,000 subs took 18 months. And now we're at roughly 1,000 a month. So that is just bananas. 3 years in, right? If you can look at the line, it goes steeply up. Incredible. So thank you all. I'm glad to know that this thing is helpful and fun. The Do the Evolution campfire version I was working on. I have Elizabeth down here. I should go get Elizabeth. I'll be right back. Cue intermission music. Who's in charge? Oh, that's awesome, Sam. I love Unemployable. And there are so many Pearl Jam songs that, you know, you kind of thought were some way, and then you learn to play it, and it's just not the way you thought at all, and you just really like it a whole lot more. Not that you didn't like it a lot to begin with. I was thinking about Unemployable today. In fact, I was thinking about how much... Okay. I was thinking about... My sister texted me something silly that I... for fear of it, yeah. How much Unemployable, the vocal sort of cadence and rhythm and up and downiness of it, there's a musical term for you, sounds like, see if you see what I'm talking about. Sheryl Crow, and I've always thought this, oh no, I was just listening to it. It's off the Sheryl Crow album, and it's Change Would Do You Good. Here we go. See if you can hear it. See if you can hear it. I mean, not that like if you don't, I'm not saying are you talented enough to hear it. I just mean, do you hear what I hear? What's up, Kane? Sheryl Crow, Change Would Do You Good. The vocals in Unemployable sound like it in their uppy downiness, cadence, and sort of general jabbiness. So remember, he's got a big gold ring that says Jesus saves, right? Hey, hey, hey. Right? The syllables line up exactly right. And I've always thought that about Unemployable. In fact, the first time I ever heard it. Who heard it? There was dancing from the fun, then I worked that day, right? That's all right, Kane. In fact, there were some vowel similarities in that second line. It says Jesus saves his dead from the bonus center work that day. Like that quick work, you know, with whatever word she said. Yeah, that's where it sort of diverges too much for me to be able to say. I'm gonna grab. Was that Nissan? Was that just saying hey 3 times, or was that a request for hey hey hey? My song. Yes, keep the young ones safe, please, Kane. I hope you're ungrounded soon. I'm getting Elizabeth. I'll be right back. He's got a big gold ring that says Jesus. Dancing from the punch, smash the middle. Where is? Oh, here. Okay, yo, good. Do the evolution campfire. Did I? Sunday driver. Okay, so that's the other thing. I'll show you. Do the evolution campfire, and then we'll help with comes to writing. Different step for the instruments. I can write decent stuff for the instruments like the guitar, the bass, but when it comes to putting a vocal melody, yeah. Here's my tip for that, Archie. I have several. You can approach this from several different angles. One of my favorites is to find a melody from a song, any song, doesn't matter. That's funny. Al heard it. Excellent. Big fat Christina Aguilera riff going on another one-word album track on Lightning Bolt. You know the one I mean. No, actually I don't. I need help, Al. Please tell me. Everyone's agreeing with her. This is the safe place, Archie. Okay, so pick. Oh, if only I could. Pick a song that you know. Doesn't matter. Find a melody that tickles you in some way, and take 3 notes from that melody. Right. Let's have an example. Okay. Name some song that you know that I know. I can't even remember my own song. That's not helpful. So okay, just generically speaking, then pick a melody that tickles you. Take 3 notes out of that melody. Put it in the key of your song, and put it, you know, after the 3 notes, change it to something else, and the something else is dictated by literally what you hear. So so let's think about let's take the melody from Given to Fly, right? Because nothing is created in a vacuum. When you write, you don't make anything up out of thin air. You even when you make something up that's totally all yours, there's something about it that reminds you that you took from something about it, you know. It could be the most amorphous little something that inspired that thing, but just something about it. So you're always borrowing, whether you realize it or not, and that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it is. So songs are like morphing into other songs without anyone even realizing it. Good attuned in. Let's just start with da-da-da-da, right? So that is, so you identify, that's our G to our, that's the home note of the scale, right? Home note from the scale, we're talking about the G major scale, which backwards is, right? So it went root 7. So we're gonna take that, we're gonna put it to a different cadence in a different key. You know what I mean? So let's say a key. Someone say a key. Any key. Doesn't matter. Let's turn it to D. No, that's too much. That's too reminiscent because it's in Given to Fly. Let's do B. A. It's kind of close. What about B? Okay, let's do B. B seems far away enough from me that I don't... and let's change something about it. Let's play the... That's all right, Kane. You're allowed. And oftentimes when you're the one to write it, it's glaringly obvious to you, and you're almost afraid to show anybody else, but they would never draw the correlation unless you showed them. You were like, here, look, and then they still probably wouldn't see it in the way that you do. So we're gonna play a B. So that now there's a couple of options. One is play a B and go do 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 do, and then do something else after that, right? And it already sounds nothing like Given to Fly, even though we absolutely 100% just ripped it right off of Given to Fly, right? Put it tuned in, do 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 do. And now what I want to do is it's like you hear. So I'm sure you know, anyone who's written a song, once you've gotten yourself that far, you will hear something else. Yeah, it's a chord progression, right? Algorithm. It's a chord progression. Beautiful is the same chord progression, I believe, off the top of my head. If not the same, it's like, 3/4 the same as Happy Together, which is the same progression for Infallible as well, which is why I did the Happy Together video before Infallible. I'm getting so excited. Can't slow down. Several people have commented they wish I would have done the intro, and I love that. Edgar, what Edgar? I was just thinking about you, Edgar, the other day, thinking I haven't heard from you in a long time. How are you? Good to see you. I can play better, man. Let's continue this conversation, and I will. Dylan. So now we're in B, and we're doing the same melody, relatively speaking. And I want to go, that was the same as coulda tuned in, but now it's I want to keep going down for my melody that I'm writing in my head for my song. I mean, that might be too elementary. I mean, it's kind of snappy, which is something that I tend to enjoy. But what's the next thing then? But now you see how we've taken Given to Fly and changed it into something entirely different. So that is greetings. So that's my tip for you for writing a melody. Take a song you love, take the first two notes, put it in your key. There's another thing you can do. You can change to any chord at all that has a B in it. For instance, G minor has a B in it. But I personally wouldn't in this instance go B and then G minor, just because that's 1/6, which there's nothing wrong with 1/6. I just like to not put it in the first two chords of the song because it's such a lovely thing to do that everyone does all the time. It's the ice cream changes. Right, so I like to try to hide a 1/6 somewhere, inconspicuous, not right off of the... What's the Not For You, Dylan? Play Not For You. Easiest Pearl Jam song for beginners. And I've got a video on it, of course. One of the very first ones. I kind of like that. But what chord should we go to next? What key are we in? Are we in the key of B? Or are we in the key of some other key that has a B in it? See when you do the F sharp. Anyways, those are the things that you do. You just kind of put tendrils out. And see what sounds good and see what doesn't. So what else is B in? What else is B in? It's in F sharp. It's the 4 of F sharp. Too poppy for me, but that's why you do it. You have to do it. To find out what you like. And then you're comparing, this is when the decision gets made, right? When you decide if you like it or not, the thing that just came out of your face. I'm liking that more now. It's reminding me of something like a cross between the Wallflowers and got a little too poppy for me there too towards the end, but that's the process. Do it and see if you like it or not. And if you like it, keep it, and if you don't like it, don't keep it. Good spot, Al. Good spot. Let's see, I'm going to play Better Man. I'll play it on the acoustic. I'm going to play Better Man. I'm having such a fun time. I don't want to stop anytime soon here, but I'm going to have to take a restroom break after Better Man here. So, you know, make some popcorn or something. I've been thinking about, I don't think I've actually picked up a guitar and done it. It's not very ringy outy on the finger plucked acoustic guitar. It just doesn't ring out a whole lot. So I've just been kind of thinking about maybe going kind of doing a bucket off screen. Waiting, watching the clock, it's 4 o'clock, it's got to stop. See, I'm not liking that very much. I'm just going to move to the electric because it just sounds best on the electric, I think. Neck pickup, Eddie style. Watching the clock, it's 4 o'clock, it's got to stop. Tell him, take no more. She practices her speech as he opens the door. She rolls over, pretends to sleep as he looks her over. She lies and says she's in love with him. Can't find a better man. She dreams in color, she dreams in red. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man. Oh. Talking to herself, there's no one else who needs to know. She tells herself. I don't know the words here. For the world to come along. Swear she knew it, now she swears he's gone. She lies and says she's in love with him. Can't find a better man. She dreams in color, she dreams in red. Can't find a better man. She lies and says she still belongs to him. Can't find a, gotta approve this comment, Ashley Struthers, better man. She dreams in color, she dreams in red. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man. She loved him Ashley Struthers. I haven't heard from you in a long time. You were like, I've known you for a long time. Like 3 years a long time. I almost did, you know, when he's all 2 dozen other dirty lovers, and be a sucker for it. What is that song? Don't Let Me Down? To my mother, but just let me come to a decision on my own. Sooner or later, you'll hit the deck, you'll get found out. Save it for later. Mumbling. But I was listening to the original track, and I felt there was. It's good to see you again, Ashley. Save it for later. Thank you. What did I say? I felt there were a couple of things I really needed to get in that before I. Oh, back to almost the very first thing I said on this live stream is that's why I haven't done the Tool song yet. You know, this one. I can't think of what it's called right now. I can't think of it. Oh yeah, I just haven't had the brain space in the summertime to tackle the really tricky ones. Okay, we're gonna have a bathroom break. So everyone who needs to go. No, Archie, we're not ending. I know I was just doing ending motions. I'm just gonna use the little bear's room, and you guys should talk amongst yourselves. Archie, you're in charge. You've seen English Beat live. That's awesome, Nissan. Archie, you're in charge. BRB. So, tell a story, Archie. Tell us about, tell us about, tell us about, I don't know, anything you want to tell someone about. Tell us about your favorite uncle. There you go. Archie, tell us about your favorite uncle. And everybody pay attention, there's going to be a quiz. Now, why did that just turn off? Did my phone die? No. Maybe that died. Be right back. I'm working on my Miss Piggy. It's not as far along as my Kermie. Okay, let's see what's going on here. My favorite uncle is a fisherman. Oh, what are we... That's weird, Jaybird. I'm gonna, Are you... Oh, you're... I feel like Jaybird might actually be, serious about this comment, so I'm going to let it through. I'm assuming there's no, 8-year-olds here. I'm really sorry to hear that. I believe you. Okay. Take your time, bunker. Am I growing my hair again? I got a haircut today. I've ungrown my hair for the first time. It was a fun time. I enjoyed having it around. It's not short. It's just shorter. But I don't know. I just wanted to feel fancy. Sometimes you got to feel fancy. Archie's uncle listens to Pearl Jam. I saw Black Sabbath live. Uncle is a fisherman, caught quite a few things. He likes rugby, and I just realized that's not a story. I told you to tell us about him. That was what I asked. Album Black Sabbath saw me live. Ashley, funny. Ashley's coming in hot here. Fishing is good. I caught a turtle once when I was fishing, and I was traumatized, and I haven't fished since. It was fine. I removed a water turtle, not a, well, I know snapping turtles are water turtles, but like a swimmy water turtle. Who did I just see? What just happened? Okay. Oh yeah, cow. Okay. Dylan, how old are you, sir? Every time I see care. Greetings in the Emerald. What is your profile picture there, Care? I always mean to ask you that. I always think when I just see it out of the corner of my eye that it, well, okay, there were no 8-year-olds here. Greetings, Dylan. I always think it's John Cleese. Oh, so, yeah, no, it was just in his mouth, though, cow. So it didn't hurt him. There's no blood. It just got him just right, like on the beak, before his gum. So it was fine in every single way. Pat Prime is back from camping. Got some neat photos from him. There was a monkey on his car. What did Edgar? What? Why doesn't Edgar's? Yeah, it's really crazy. Oh, I'm good. I'm glad to. Oh, poor turtles. That's awesome, Dylan. I hope you have a really great teacher. I do. I have one kid I see regularly on Skype. His name is Jordan, and he's great. I think he's about 11. Enjoy that. I like the Skype lessons. I like a lot. It tends to be, men a little older than me who really want to learn, and I love that student because it's so easy. But I miss. It's on my website, Archie. I believe I've placed 37.50 for a half hour, but that doesn't really mean a half hour. It really means usually more like 41 or 52 minutes is on there. What it do? What it do, JPPJ? Oh, that's fun. I remember that you did breaks, Nissan. I remember that. That's funny. Bring the guitar. Oh, well, either way, I got the I got the picture of the monkey anyways. I did far behind on Candlebox, didn't I? I need to have a free FAQ section on my website. It was brilliant. You can set up your Skype lesson without ever emailing me or anything. It's a magic process that goes into this. It's really seamless and wonderful. And I feel like I'm doing just the right amount. That's why I don't advertise it heavily. But anyone's welcome. Anyone who wants to, it's a good time. Someday, Archie, someday. I did do the, and this goes to everyone, and particularly Jet Hamilton, I think. If you cover one of my songs and put it on YouTube, you get a free lesson. And someone did. Jet Hamilton did. And we haven't connected yet. And I thought he wasn't. I thought he was upset with me for some reason because I couldn't find him on Skype. I tried, and I told him how to find me. He's in Australia, by the way. So Jet, if you're watching, this is my official statement on this matter. Thank you, Ashley. Yes, that is my favorite Pearl Jam song. My favorite Pearl Jam. he covered "Love Is Blind," and which I should play. I like playing that song. I'm gonna play that next. And he just sort of dropped the conversation, and I thought he was upset with me for not making it easier or something. I don't think I know the solo, Edgar, off the top of my head to Immortality. I remember really... Thanks, Gallant Designs. That's really nice of you to say. Thanks for being here. What was I saying? What on earth was I saying? Oh, it's totally gone. Help! Help! What was I talking about? Oh, no! But then he's not mad at me because he became a Patreon supporter of the cause this week. Which I'm really proud of what I wrote on the Patreon page. So go check it out. We're doing an extra live stream every month for the patrons only, and it's fun. We've done 2 because it's less populated, it's fun because it's populated, right? But we were able to get really the first one. We got really deep with a couple of topics, and that was really nice. Archie, did we email? I did a video on Love Boat Captain there, Care, and I really wish you would answer my question about your profile picture. Tonic, I have heard of Tonic. Oh, well, leave a comment. I know Tonic, or at least I've heard of them and heard a couple of their songs. All requests, comment on any video, and they will make it to the list. I haven't done any Springsteen. I would really like to. Care answered, and I didn't see it. What the heck? What did I miss? Where is it? Where is it? How am I not seeing Care? Oh, Paul Darrow from the 70s sci-fi. This is so obscure. That's so funny. Runaway Train So Easy. Two Dog Mom, hello. Yes, leave the requests on oh, welcome, Robert. Thanks for coming. All requests, leave it on any comment on any video, and I will add it to the list. Yeah, more Blind Melon, absolutely. Yeah, Runaway Train's really easy. If you could only see... Yeah, totally, that'll go into my Guilty Pleasure Fun Song playlist. Hungry Heart, I feel like... I did Tones of Home, but I cannot do it off the top of my head. That one was hard. Thank you for the tip, Matt. Karis. Oh, you were in Hershey, Robert? We went. I made the video where I talked about hermit crabs more than the... Yeah, so Blind Melon would be redundant, right? Anyways, that gentleman, Jet Hamilton, covered Love Is Blind, which I'm going to play right now because I feel like it. It's my party. But Love Is Blind is a fun song to play live because it's got audience participation. So the idea is you're going to sing ba 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 da da with me and do 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 do. I won't go through my whole thing because I can't see your faces, and it's I enjoyed making Head Down. Special thanks to Sloth for that. He's a fun guy to interact with. A lot of you are fun guys to interact with. Very few of you are that guy. All right, this is for Pat Prime's wife. I knew a girl, thought she was fine. My friends all pointed out that love is blind. She stole my heart and took my mind. But as I came to, I discovered they were right. I don't know why I couldn't see through your eyes. Do-do-do-do-do. to me. I'll swallow these and die, I don't know why. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba, he went to her that night. Do-do-do-do-do. After we tried to say that she's no ordinary girl. I can't speak for anyone but me, but for me, I met a girl, I felt alive. Since I was 23 and she was 35, what seemed so wrong turned out so right. But it could go the other way. Once you see what's inside, I don't know why. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba, I mischaracterized. Do-do-do-do. But I soon found out that she's no ordinary girl. Get that cleaner. Oh, thanks, Kane. I appreciate that. Oh no. The Jonas Brothers. Thank you, Lenny. Thank you, Edgar. Thank you, thank you. All of my songs I've published you can listen to on Apple Music or Spotify or on my website. If you don't have Apple Music or Spotify, there's a nice little player, and many of them I've put on YouTube, many but not all, as little videos. That my rule for music videos is it can't take longer to make than the song is long. So that's why there's turtles eating in lots of them, because that's fun to watch, right? And you know, doesn't take any time at all. Oh, Ashley Struthers, you've guessed the clue. Ashley Struthers has, I'm sure, you know, 31 people are watching this, and we're deep in, so you guys can know that our mini rabbit hole was wide awake, and Monday's gonna be, or Tuesday's gonna be wake up. Turtleman. I love the turtles too. Sylvia and I have been together for 26 years. Gosh, I hope she outlives me. Or, you know, like Bacchus and Philemon. Greek mythology buffs, the husband and wife who their only wish was to die within the same hour. Sylvia is the Philemon to my Bacchus. Pinch Me, I don't know that one. I enjoy the Bare Naked Ladies for sure. Of course I'm taking requests. Michelangelo, that's why I've got the Michelangelo driver head cover for my driver, which is named Michelangelo. Second favorite, Donatello. Third favorite, definitely Leonardo, and it's not that I don't like Raphael. Ashley, you're too smart. You've cracked the code. I Miss You by the Foo Fighters. I don't know, let's do one more song. And then be on with our Sunday evening. So great turnout tonight, guys. Holy crap. Just thank you, and thank you to this. I'm gonna, if you supported the cause here and did not give me a request, I'm gonna hunt you down until Under the Bridge. Oh, that's a fun song to play. I'm gonna hunt you down until I get a request. I got Nick. Oh, I'll just ask Nick. I'll just text him. I got the one I screenshotted. Lifison, his. I didn't get one from Chris, but I have his email address. Oh, that's okay. Alex, yeah. And oh shoot, Brian gave me his, but I didn't write it down. Gosh darn it, I'll just text him too. Oh my goodness. Doing great here. Generally, yes, Robert, on Sunday, kind of whenever I feel like it ish. I used to give a time, but then I was kind of stressed leading up to the time. Like, you have 45 minutes, but that's not enough time to really get into something else. and Mikey, nice. Mikey, Leo, yeah. So Donnie, Pat, so we're very similar there, Pat. I'll bet you could tell a lot about a person about their Ninja Turtle order. Okay, Under the Bridge. I love that song. That's so fun. Not for you, for the young one. Is he still here? If you're still here, let us know. Nissan, you've been here forever. What do you mean, how do you make requests? I've known you for like many, many months. Under the Bridge. That's amazing, Pat. So Under the Bridge is you make a C-shaped D, right? There's a cheating way to do this. The cheating way to do this, which is I absolutely advise the cheating way, is capo. Capo 2. Capo 2. Play a C. And then you're going to walk down on the A string to open to the E string, 3, 2, into E major. So. And then your walk is D, the D string 2, open, A3, open, slide on back up into your 3. Just slid that C shape up, back to E. Right, so that's the cheating way. And then you throw your capo way to play the rest. But the non-cheating way is your C-shaped bar chord. I don't think of C as a bar chord very often, but it is. It's called caged, right? C, A, G, E, and D shaped bar chords. So there's 5 of them, but C's one of them. You got a bar and then make your C. On the 5th fret, it's a D. And then your walk is the same. There's just no capo. And it's F sharp major, not E major. And our walk is the same. This is hard. It's hard to get your pinky to same thing we did. E, B, it's a C sharp minor, but he accomplishes it in Yellow Ledbetter fashion, which isn't not a C sharp minor, because this is a C sharp minor 7, 11, 9, 9, 9, right? So he just kind of Yellow Ledbetter riffs it. No, I agree with you, Archie, but it's good, because that C shape is so hard, right? And then we're going to go G sharp minor, 4, 4, 4, 6, or, you know, the whole thing, to A. That's our F-shaped A, straight out of In Hiding. Absolutely, Robert. Yeah, it's just the more you play, it doesn't even matter what you play. It doesn't even matter if you play the thing you play correctly. All that matters is that you play, and you're going to get better. And then before you know it, you saw I made a video with David Nutter lately, and I saw him a year ago, and then I saw him recently, and he had gotten so much freaking better. I was like legitimately proud of him. Oh, I haven't seen the infamous. This man El Guapo, he's not just famous, he's infamous. The infamous 92, no, but Nugget Ned, will you please leave that comment on any video, because I would love to tackle that. I've never even seen that, and it sounds intriguing. Can't Stop's a fun one. There was one kid recital. My recitals used to be so massive that they would last from like 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. It was bananas. And I'd be on the stage the whole bloody time singing. That was a long day. And one time I had to sing Can't Stop 3 times in one day. My throat was... I don't think I talked for a week after that. There are harmonics everywhere, technically, Cow. Right? But they're most strongest on the 12th, 7th, 5th's pretty good. There's some curious situations, like within a fret. But if you crank your gain, you'll get more harmonics, but there is a harmonic everywhere. It just might not be like this one is a D chord. That's really handy. And this one's a G chord. Our little A-shaped harmonics. Anyways, so E, B, and all the noodlies you can do on the things. F shape, G sharp minor, A. And then it doesn't do the G sharp every other time. In between is really awesome. It's an E major 7. By the way, if Dylan is still here, we'll do Not For You for him. E major 7. Choose not a life of imitation. Why is that ringing a bell, Archie? Choose not a life of imitation. Why is that ringing a bell for me? E major 7 is the same as A major 7, but as a bar chord. So 7, 9, 8, 9. What is it? F sharp minor. So they do it up here, right? But the chords are F sharp minor, E, B, F sharp minor. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. But you know, they probably, off the top of my head, I don't know for absolutely sure, but probably F sharp minor up here, 9th fret, A string minor bar chord. To E, and then our, let's see, B, D shape on 11 and 12. The B string is the root note of all D shapes, so the one D shape, wherever you put it. So for instance, might have been 4. The B string 3rd fret is a D when you play a regular D, so it can be extrapolated that the D shape on the 11th and 12th frets is a B chord because the B is the 12th fret, right? Back to F sharp minor. And it goes back into its... yeah. And then we've got the A minor, G, F. I thought about it really hard at one point, but I forget whether it's A minor or A C. I don't remember. They're relatives, right? C is A minor's relative major, and A minor is C's relative minor. So you gotta listen to the bass to figure out which one is correct. I don't recall at the moment. But either way, I like A minor better, whether that's right or not. Yeah, Archie, the stream will be published as a regular video. Also, I've done a video on this song. And then there's that, which is really cool. It's A shape on the 10th fret, major 7, E string 12th fret. I made a video on this song a long time ago. It might have been pre-thumbnail, long time ago. So just be whichever one. Yeah, like a long time ago. Should I do it again? I feel like it's probably not, like, how are you gonna know which songs to look for? I feel like I should just do some again. My ear has gotten better in the last 3 years. I mean, it was pretty good. And my process for making sure I get stuff right has certainly tightened up in the last 3 years. So I feel like it wouldn't be the stupidest idea in the world to do, some older ones again, which is what I've done with some of the important Pearl Jam ones, of course. But even like this one. F major 7, 10s, 12. And then we're going down to E7. There we go. 9, 9, 9, 10, and then up to G major 7. So here's a neat thing you may not have ever thought of before. This, here you go. Let's think about it as A, right? The 5th fret of the baby E string. Oh no, you can just whatever. It's an everlasting pile of requests, but it's not like I can't do them all. I wish I could. I don't plan that far ahead. I had a really fun time kind of planning out my next 7 days today, and it was a really good time. I've decided to do, the Michigan trip in August was significant because, we're going to get back to this A major 7 thing, was significant because it was a year since I decided to try my very best to do a video every day, and for the very most part, I think I missed an average of 1.5 days a month. 2, we'll just say 2 to be safe. I missed 2 days a month, and it was, I got sick. There were just some times that I just could not. But I did have like a 75-day streak going on there. It was crazy. But I've decided to take off to just do 5. To just do 5 a week, and I found that I have time to do little things like sit down and plan my next 6. And I think that'll lead to ultimately, I don't know, a cleaner, more. Why would Robert Bolden said your efforts are appreciated? That got flagged for not being. I feel it'll be more than, a little bit better. I don't know. Sometimes I feel frazzled, and I don't think it comes across. Because when you learn so many songs, sometimes they just go right through. You know what I mean? And I only learned them for long enough to say it. And then it's gone. So I think doing 5 days a week it just feels like I have twice as much free time, even though a video might take 2 hours to make from the moment of deciding to learning and then making the video and then publishing. Everything involved takes something like 2 to 3 hours. But it doesn't. Just taking 2 of those days off feels like I have so much more brain space to really plan out a solid. It'll be a more solid effort is what I'm trying to say. So it was a good experiment, and I stuck with it for a year, missing about 2 days a month on average. So I'm proud of myself for sticking with it, and I think I've found that the benefit doesn't outweigh the cost, so to speak. I don't know crooked steps. Federico, ¿cómo estás, amigo? But the major 7 conversation, so you got an A, right? And the 5th fret of the E string is very readily recognizable as another A. So here is a different way to play not at all different chord, which is just to say A. We were talking about Under the Bridge. We've talked about so much today. This has been a really good one. I'm going to remember this one fondly. A, right, and then the 7th note of the major scale is located 1/2 step below the root. So here's an A major 7. And then the 7 chord, if you've watched that Triumph of Mankind, that was the video I made about why 7 chords are called 7 chords. I appreciate that, Archie. I've had some videos. I mean, pretty much most of the videos I've made in the last year or 9 months to a year, I felt really good about my analysis. I have disagreed strongly with the official Pearl Jam tab book on some occasions, and they had such a monumental task on their hand. And if I'm doing one Pearl Jam song a week, I have more time. And they were like, I'm sure they were like, you have 6 months. Tab out every Pearl Jam song, and holy crap. And who knows if they're a giant, huge Pearl Jam fan, the poor folks who did that. So yeah, not saying anything bad about them at all, but just that I'm just giving myself a high five right now. So the note that makes a 7 chord is located 1 fret below the major 7. And so now you see, here is a major 7 chord. That's it, that's my conclusion. And here's a 7 chord. So when we do F major 7, that's what we're doing. And then E7. And then G major 7 for that little thing in Under the Bridge. I like Kermit too. You're really nice, Archie. You're really nice. I want to play. I want to play one more, and then we're gonna play the Craziest Friends theme song, and then we're gonna say. I'm sure I would. I would. You guys are the best. Thanks, Edgar. Thanks, Archie. Thank you, Federico. You guys are nice. What song should I play? And then we're gonna play the Craziest Friends themes. What a great turnout tonight. Thanks for coming, guys. That's true. Thanks, Luke. I don't know what Fight It like. Okay, we gotta do a current. I could try Porch. That sounds fun. Basket Case is fun too. Glad to hear that, Sam. You've been on this live stream for a long time, Sam. As have you, Al. I'll see how far I can get. I don't know the song Sponge. I'll see how far I can. Yeah, but I don't think Dylan's here any longer. He hasn't poked his head out. Thanks, Nissan. Thanks for letting us know. Camilla! Oh, I love that song. I get that song stuck in my head for days sometimes, and I haven't even heard it. I got from my mom's house that my collection of records collected during the age of 5 and the age 19, and nothing in between or after. And the Muppet Babies with Camilla is on that record, and it is directly above my head right now in the living room. Yeah, Pearl Jam Unplugged is great. All right, let's get through Porch and Basket Case, Craziest Friends theme song, then goodbye. Those will be the minutes, so to speak. Yeah. I really like doing this. I love this is my this is my version of the performance, right? Because I could go perform and that's fine, but let's face it, how many people would show up? How many people out of the 17,000, would see the notification that I'm playing somewhere and then would also be close enough to show up? I'm guessing something like 2, and I think that's incredible. And they will. I shoot for every other week, roughly, when it's not baseball season, Archie. I'm glad you had a good time. Thanks for coming. Ruthie, may I have another purple water, please? Look how, did you hear that? Immediate. She's the best. So I'm going to do this remember when I did the live version of Porch, I really got how Porch actually goes, and I forget how that is, because if you watch my Porch video, I got that riff. I can't think of it now, so I'm just going to kind of do it can't stop. Okay. That's what it was from. Decent in the middle of the world, I love the trains. I stop to beat and done away and done. Ever wonder if it's all for you? Done the trains, I hop to be part of the wave. Can't stop, come and tell me if it's time to wait a minute. Out, win or lose, just like you. Far more shocking than anything I ever knew. How about you? Yeah, there you go. That's the gist of it, right? Oh, thank you. Would you like to address the crowd? This is Cortland and his new haircut, by the way. Doesn't he look fabulous?
Yeah, somebody gave me this.
Is that? Oh my gosh, that's a real X butterfly, right?
It's a.
Well, where'd it come from?
Somebody gave it to me.
Well, who?
What's her name again?
I don't know.
Well, she's very nice.
Did she just find it dead like that?
Yeah,
Oh.
It's basically not hurted.
Sure, yeah.
It just died.
Must have died. It's not crushed or anything. It just looks like it was died of old age.
Yeah, it's a real butterfly.
Oh, how nice.
Goodbye.
Nice
Have
to
a good
thank you
day.
for the water delivery. Thank you for saying hello to everybody. I'll be up in just a little bit.
Goodbye. Have a great day. Look at this butterfly.
Okay. Thank you.
This butterfly.
Uncle River, what's up? Live to rise. Isn't that butterfly? They said have a great day, Cortland. All right, I don't do porch. It's not something I do, right? So I'm just gonna do it like this. I want to do so many Weezer songs. And the thing about the doing 5 videos, it's 2 more. This is why it's so tempting to me to try to do it every day. 2 more is 40% more videos than 5, right? So, man, and there's just so many videos I want to make. But I guess, but it kept ringing in my head. My friend, my client in California, who was my client for just so long, and basically a member of, let's say more, I'm a member of his family, but yeah, family. Anyways, Chris, I did a video on Hash Pipe, Ball Song Boy. And I heard it today. In fact, I thought about doing it. I did one Ween song. Ashley? What was I saying? Oh, and there's so many videos I want to make, but the saying he told me once was, slow is smooth and smooth is money. So we're gonna do this for 30 years at least. I did California Kids with California Kids. I mean, Say It Ain't So is one of those that I feel like I owe it to us to do because it's gonna get a bunch of views and that helps the whole YouTube thing. And again, like I said at the beginning, not that I'm upset about where things are great. I can't believe how much we've grown in the last year. In the last 3 years, it's amazing. But if I just once every 2 weeks did a Say It Ain't So, you know. What the is this world running to you? Didn't leave a message, at least I could have learned your voice one last time. So there's an example. Hulu covers of me not being able to pick and sing at the same time. But the thing is, it's just the coordination of, you know, like drummers have to do this and this and this and this, all coordinated, and it's the exact same thing. So when you get past strumming one time, you know, on the beginning of each measure, and everyone has to start there, you start having to include more body parts, so to speak, right? Which is the coordination of the down strum, the up strum, the finger changing, and the singing the right note at the right time on the right pitch. So it's like being a drummer plus 50% more. What drummers do is impossible. Oh my gosh, I'm not saying doing this is hard, but it's definitely is harder. It's definitely just as hard singing at the same time. And so it's just hard. It just takes time. Collector by the Jam. Do I have to... I don't know what that is, Alex. I'm glad you're still here. Yeah, what you do is really hard, Archie. It's really, really hard. I'm like a level 2 drummer. Let's say... Oh, I know where the river flows. I don't know it off the top of my head. Yeah, so there you go. You just got to do it so much. And start with Long Road. We all walk the long road, and work your way up past one that sort of just strums one thing over and over again, so you can sort of put this on autopilot. And then you start to connect each with where the words go. Just reps, man. One being like, I can play one beat at a tempo. 2 would be me. I can play several beats at a tempo, but I can't be creative with it. Let's try this again. What the is this world running to? You didn't ain't gonna be any middle anymore, and the cross I'm bearing home ain't indicative of my place. Left the porch, left the porch. Hear my name, take a good look. This could be the pain. Hold my hand, walk beside me. I just need to say, bow, 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 ba-da-doo-doo. Where's my kazoo? Hear my name, take a good look. This could. It's gotta go up, huh? Hold my hand, walk beside me. I just need to say I could not take just one day. I know that I would not ever touch you, hold you, feel you in my arms, never again. Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just young? I went to a shrink. She analyzed my dreams. She says it's lack of sex that's bringing me down. I went through the door. She said my life's a bore. So quit my whining, 'cause it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. Grasping to control, so I better hold on. My fingers are starting to hurt. Too many bar chords. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Take a rest. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, this has been an amazing time. Oh my gosh, thank you to you very generous supporters of the cause. Alex, especially you today. So, if you didn't give me a request, I will hunt you down. Alex, I got 2 from you. Poor Archie, his message is held for review and there's no reason. Whew. That was a really good time. So everybody get your guitars out and we're going to play, as we do at the end of the live streams, the Craziest Friend theme song. This has been an amazing time and it goes like this. I'll show you, then we'll do a practice, and then we'll do the actual thing, and then we'll say sweet dreams. We play a D and we say undeniably. Wait, what? And then we play a D. Oh, I never, I was, for several years of my life, oh my God, the biggest slug I have ever seen is on the wall right now. Wow. I need to put that outside, the poor thing. There's a bug crawling. Someone told me at like 8 minutes or something of yesterday's video that there was a bug. You have a new guitar, Federico. That's amazing. What? What's wrong? Yes, exactly, Ashley. Oh, that's weird, Matt. I did not erase your. I don't know how to. I'm like all hooked in. Let's see. See if I can show you the slug. Oh, here we go. I'll show you the song, then I'll show you the slugs while you practice the song. So D. Undeniably. D. Oh, I spent several years of my life as a nanny, and I had a newborn for like the first 2 years of her life, and it was an experience, let me tell you. And her brother, Seth, was younger, and if you ever email me, if you click the link, I'm glad you were here, Tamari. You'll see the slug. If you ever click the link on my website that says email me, the subject line when you email me will say pants if you don't change it. And the reason for that is this child, Seth, was one day eating a sandwich, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the porch, and he picked up the cordless phone. It did not ring. He just picked it up and said, "Hello." He was like 4, so you can sort of imagine. "Hello. Pants. K-bye." And that was probably the funniest moment of my entire life up to that point. The kind of funny where you don't really laugh or even react at all. You just sort of decide it's the strangest thing that you've ever seen happen, ever. And one day he came home from preschool or whatever, and he said, me and Kyla we're the craziest friends. And he kept saying it all day. You know, the funny little things that 4-year-olds say. And so that's why came the inspiration for the Craziest Friends theme song, which goes D, and it's our theme song. It goes D, undeniably, D again, most decidedly, one more D, the Craziest Friends, G, D, G. So here's the practice, then you practice while I show you the slug, and then we're gonna say sweet dreams. Undeniably, most decidedly, the Craziest Friends. That's how that goes. And now I'll show you the slug. As promised, while you practice, I want to hear Craziest Friends ringing out across 32 households of our world. I want multiple people's neighbors to be very confused. Okay, here we go. Here's the slug. Look at that. I didn't say it's the biggest slug I've ever seen, but it's certainly the biggest slug I've ever seen in the basement. It might also be the smallest slug I've ever seen in the basement. La 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 la. Didn't hang up by accident, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, over 2 hours. This is a record live stream. I've got a fun idea I want to do someday if I'm ever, like, someday when it's raining or just so cold or, you know, you can't even do anything but be inside a day like that. I want to see how many videos I can post in one day. And the thing is, none of them are gonna be planned. I'm gonna like take requests from the video. That's a fun idea. The other one I want to do like just a crazy long live stream, but I don't know. I don't know why. I need to think of a good reason or something. I won't tell this cow. All right, here we go all together. Craziest Friends theme song, and then I will thank you for your time and wonderful attention, generosity, and kindness. And we will say happy Sunday evening to everybody. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, undeniably, the craziest friends. Fun times, guys. Thank you so much for being here. That was a blast. I feel like that's going to be a... Oh, you're welcome, Ball Song. Have a happy Sunday evening. Dinner time. Give your family a hug for me. Thank you, Edgar. Good night, everybody. Sleep well. Or, hello, watching it work during the week, people. Goodbye. I say goodbye. You say hello.